What is going on, Sales Nation? Andrew here, the host of the Starting in Sales podcast. And today we are coming at you with an episode called Career Chronicles. So a lot of y'all might be thinking, what does this have to do with sales? That's a good thought. Has absolutely nothing to do with sales. Today's episode is a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit quicker, and I'm hoping to put myself on the map a little bit more in terms of my career. So I have been putting out a lot of content recently. I know a lot of you guys have seen that. The problem with making the sales content is I'm getting requests on pages like Instagram, right, where you don't necessarily list what you do. Obviously, I don't get these messages on LinkedIn because I have my job on there. Facebook, I have my job on there. But like Instagram DMs, I got people saying, "Hey, what do you do for a W-2? What's your full-time job?" So I wanted to make a quick podcast, a quick video and some clips about what it is that I do, how long I've been involved in real estate, the kind of facets of real estate that I've been involved in, the amount of years and stuff like that. And so guys, I am a DSCR and hard money lender. All right. So all this means is that I'm lending against real estate. So I'm providing real estate investors with loans to acquire real estate. Now they have two main vehicles that they're trying to tackle when they're doing this. So they're either buying what's called a turnkey rental. So it's like a property that's already ready to be rented and they're ready to throw that in their rental portfolio, or they're buying a property that's, let's say, dilapidated. It needs work, right? So they're either going to fix up that property and flip it, i.e. sell it, or they're going to fix up that property and keep it as a rental, i.e. refinance out of that initial loan that they used to acquire the property and get put onto like a long-term, we call it a rental loan. It's made so the property can start cash flowing, right? So all DSCR is, I know you heard me say that term, it stands for debt service coverage ratio. All that means is that we're looking at the income versus the expense of the property. So for layman terms, you would just take the income, which is the rent, and you would divide that by the expenses, which is going to be your property insurance, your property taxes, your HOA fees, if any. And then the big one that people tend to just overlook is the mortgage, right? So the mortgage that's going to be placed on there. What's the interest rate? What's the loan amount? All right. So this is how you get your DSCR. We're going to be looking for something around 1.1 or better, depending on your credit. And all that means, guys, is that for every dollar that you spend on the property, you receive $1.10 in income. That is a positive cash flowing property. I've got borrowers with 3.4 DSCRs in places in Ohio that I'm not going to give away. And I've got borrowers who have 1.12 DSCRs, so just barely breaking even, which, they may have a different play, right? The long play, just holding it for equity, trying to break even on the property, or just get a little bit of cash flow every month with the thought that, hey, there's a lot of development going on over here. In 3 years, this is going to be worth at least 80 grand more than I bought it for. So that's what I do, right? So that's the DSCR loan. And then the hard money loan is your true fix and flip loan. So this is like your 1 year loan with interest only payments, but there's no prepayment penalty. So you can be in and out of this. We hope you're in and out of this in about 3 or 4 months. So 60 to 90 days is what we hope it takes you to get that property fixed up and sold, or fixed up and you're starting to work on your refinance. Now, totally understand sometimes you got to pull permits. Pulling permits alone can take 2 or 3 months. Sometimes you got to deal with the well, you got to deal with stuff with the city. So that is what I do. I am a lender. I lend against real estate. These loans are made for either people or assets, being the properties that won't be financed by a normal bank. A lot of times there's a negative connotation with that, but there shouldn't be. Banks won't finance a lot of people. Are you self-employed? Have you been self-employed for at least 3 years with positive cash flow for the past 3 years? Good luck getting a bank loan. Are you a commission worker? Do you have pay stubs of commissions at the same job for the past 2 years? Good luck getting a bank loan. Is the property dilapidated in any way, shape, or form? Good luck getting a bank loan. Is your debt to income ratio capped out, meaning that you're not worth enough in assets and your debt is too high? Good luck getting a bank loan. There's a million different reasons that sometimes people can't get bank loans. The most common ones with us guys is the dilapidated properties. I mean, you're not getting a bank loan on a foreclosure acquisition. It's just not happening. Especially, well, one, because it's dilapidated, but two, they need to close in like 16 days. No conventional lenders closing for you in 16 days. It's just, there's a lot of reasons, guys, but what it comes down to is speed, efficiency, ease of use, and really customer service. All four of those things combined is going to get these people in and out of these properties, in and out of these investments quickly. These DSCR loans are a mix of a conventional product and a commercial product. Conventional in the sense that it's a long-term loan. It's made for a rent-ready property. The interest rates are only about 0.5% above what a conventional loan would be at right now. And then commercial in the sense that I'm giving you a loan in the name of your LLC. So someone can pull your credit and this loan isn't going to show up on your debt to income. It's not going to show up on your credit report. I'm giving you a loan based on the asset itself. So I don't need your W-2s. I don't need your tax returns. I don't need pay stubs. My main criteria for the asset for the DSCR loan, also called the rental loan, is the income it can produce. And then for the hard money loan is the amount the property is going to be worth when you're all done renovating it. So those are the two products we sell. That's not really Career Chronicles. So let me go back a little bit. So I've been in real estate for about 6 years. Multiple different facets. I've been a property manager. I do have my real estate license, but I do not practice, and I don't even think I have it anymore because now it's expired. But I did get that Virginia and the national state exam passed, and then I do have the hard money and the DSCR loan experience. So 6 years total. I think two of those years were spent in property management. The rest was spent lending. And I got, obviously, the MLS access via the real estate license. So that's why I did that, just so I could have more diligence that I, could do on properties. The MLS has a lot of data. It's very good. And honestly, it was probably worth it to get a lot of people will say it's not, but I use the MLS all the time. I would literally be out with friends and they'd be pointing to a property and say, hey, I wonder what that's going to be, or I wonder what that is. Ba-da-da-da. Boom, I'm on the MLS. I'm like, hey guys, come check it out. That's what this is going to be. It's owned by some Russian oligarch and he's building a hotel, something like that. So that is the two products. That is my time in real estate. I've been at Lending Deck now for this. We're rolling into the third year. Sales manager for. It hasn't been that long actually. I think it's been like maybe 5 months, maybe 6 months. With a lot of me being able to step up to the plate though, with interviews, new hires, training, everything like that. So it's been great. They're both doing super well right now. Not to take anything away from myself, but they were both in the industry prior. But still, they're doing well. Yeah, typical day in the job for me, guys, is sales. And that's the reason for the sales content. I'm reaching out to, I would say, between 20 to 30 people a day. I'm hoping that about 15 of those are repeats. So they're people who are either already did a loan with me before or they're in the pipeline right now. And then the other 15 to 25 of those are going to be new leads, trying to build the new relationships, create value, and solve problems. And so that was the reason for the sales content. And I'm going to keep doing the sales content. We're going to be doing both. We're going to be using the platform now to kind of generate leads. I'm getting DMs about loans when I'm putting out sales content. So obviously, the company can expend as much money as it wants on inbound leads, but I can help in this facet by providing leads that are free. Well, they take on my time, but still, they're free, right? And there's an automatic connection with these people. Like they automatically trust me because I'm putting out content. I'm in front of them all the time. It's just great. And guys, this is not unsolicited. I had gotten about 4 DMs over the past 7 days, 2 of which literally said, hey, what do you do as a W-2? So I wanted to pop in here and I wanted to make this video because I think it's important. I think it's important for you to know the types of leads that I'm reaching out to. I think it's important for you to know the products that I'm selling and the industry that I'm in. If you're going to get if you're going to build that trust with me and you're going to believe in my sales content, it's important for me to share with you what it is that I do as a sales rep. So that's the reason for the podcast today, guys. I'm sorry it was a little bit off the cusp and it was a little bit quick. It was a super busy week. We had a lot going on, a lot of business, a lot of deals. So it's always good when we're busy, especially at the beginning of the year like this. But No, simple as that, guys. That's what I do. I'm a hard money DSCR lender. There's a lot of different terms for it right now. I'm hearing non-QM lender, which incorporates a huge umbrella, which we may fall under like way down here. So I don't really like that one too much. Private lender, I hear a lot. I think that's becoming more mainstream. A couple of years ago, a private lender used to be your dad who was a dentist who had a lot of money sitting around. But now the private lenders actually do have underwriters, do have processors, and do have guidelines. So I do kind of like that one a little bit more. Hard money lender doesn't really incorporate the rental loans because hard money is just, it's money against a hard asset. That's the reason for the term. So I guess it could actually incorporate the rental loans, but I think I think the term's been thrown around so much on websites like Bigger Pockets and all these other real estate investor forums that hard money automatically means short-term loan, automatically means almost like cash, as close as you can get to cash without the real thing. So I'm not going to try and fight that. I'll just let that be, and I'll say hard money and rental loans or hard money and DSCR loans. Luckily, the word DSCR is becoming a lot more popular now with this investment strategy called BRRRR, which is buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. It's like a trending real estate acronym right now that people are practicing, and it speaks for itself. I just told you what it meant. So that the BRRRR method requires a DSCR loan. Sorry, guys. This thing is going up and down on my computer screen. It distracted the hell out of me. So the BRRRR method, right, is associated with the DSCR loans because most people doing the BRRRR method are getting a DSCR or rental loan as their refinance, and that third to last R there, right? The buy, the rehab, the rent, the refinance, and then the repeat. So I think I already said DSCR is debt service coverage ratio. What is another term that they call us? Non-QM lender, DSCR lender, hard money lender, private money lender. That's really it. I like private. That's my favorite one. I'll use non-QM. It just really depends on the knowledge of the person you're talking to, and that's something you're able to gauge, within the first couple of minutes of that conversation. So just trying to cater to the clients always, using the terms, the acronyms, the words that they understand. So that is it for today, guys. It is a nice, short, sweet podcast. Just wanted to tell you guys about me, what it is that I sell, how I sell it, who I sell to, and then my expertise in this industry, how long I've been in this industry, and kind of the different facets of this industry that I've worked in. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. I should have took my alpha brain before I stepped into this dang podcast room today because my brain is feeling like a beta brain right now, but it's okay. It's Friday. We're here after work. We're absolutely crushing it. We're doing what we need to do before we go and play hard. Work hard, play hard, guys. Have a good weekend. Super Bowl weekend. See you guys.